All right, who is that first spiritual experience you'd like to share with us?
I do.
Hey, Amun, I got a brother here named Trey. A new
Named
guy.
Trey? Okay, very good.
Yeah, he new.
Okay, very good. I'd like to hear from him. Whatever his questions are. Everybody, please introduce Trey to the class, please.
Welcome back.
Welcome, Trey.
Welcome home, my brother.
Bless your soul.
Welcome back.
Thank you. My name is Trey. I am I'm a lot of experience with cars. I'm a mechanic. I'm self-employed. I have my own mechanic business. I'm self-employed and also employed as well. I also have a renovation business as well. So yeah.
And where you located?
I am in the suburbs in the hundreds in Chicago Heights.
Chicago Heights?
That's Chicago.
All right, okay. Do you know him, Mar?
Yeah, I brought him here. Tell him about how we met, brother.
Oh, bless your soul. Bless your soul. All right. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I met brother Har from Uber Experience. He picked me up from Amazon, and we shared a spiritual connection, and we got to talking, and he has brought me to this intervention or this event, and I'm just so happy to be involved. So,
and we really thrilled to have you.
Yes, sir.
Now, what kind of questions do you have? Can we start there?
I don't have any questions at the moment. I'm just involved just to hear the message and learn. Hope to learn.
Well, know that you're welcome, your family.
Education.
Just know that your family, and there's no big or small in the eye wall. So please be encouraged to ask questions at any point during the class. All right, we got feedback and echo. We need y'all to start fix your phones, please. All right. Who has that? Okay, that was Laurent in Florida had that spiritual experience he was going to share with us.
Yes, I'm here. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I was down relaxing, and I remember just taking off, leaving my body. I was going through the clouds, and before I could see anything else, I landed into a place like a forest. It looked like the fortress of Anu the Most High. And I landed there like during this time was like Sumerian tablets. I stayed up for a little bit, then I took off again with the clouds again. Now this time I landed somewhere in Egypt in some pyramids. I sat there for a moment. I did something I just can't remember why I was there, but that was momentarily. I took off again, and I went through the clouds, and I landed in a mosque, like a Islamic mosque, but it looked like it was a prison for like people. And I seen refugees of people from 1700, like the lady named Sarah Baltman. You know, she died of a heart attack. But I saw her, she saw me, and she looked like she remembered me and everything. It was like weird. But anyway, when we got to the front of the customer's desk to go through the place where they play the portal, where they scan your body, it says you have any metal, what they call metal detector. I saw the Messiah on the right hand side, and he told them he possessed the blue light. You could let him in. So as I walked through, I was going out the left side. It was a door on the left side. I was going down. When I turned around and I looked, I noticed these people getting scanned. They had a mark of the beast, and it was captured by, the dirty people. And I said, well, let me go outside and run downstairs. So I went down the stairs outside, and I noticed it was very dark. When I got to the bottom, I saw refugees crying and weeping, and it was hungry. They needed a place to stay, like really a better place. So I said, let me run to the other side, see what I could find. As I get to the other side, it's another building with some staircase. I started to go up. And I turned around, I saw that I was being attacked by a shapeshifter. It was a feline leopard. This thing saw the blue light glow around my body, and it just took off. But before it took off, it turned into a human and just ran through the wilderness. It was weird. So then I went outside and said, well, let me see what I could find. It was like a video game. So when I opened up the door upstairs on the light, I came into this big, beautiful library. And it looked like it was like much like Egypt was, but I saw the walls. I saw stuff of it. All the different things we went through, all the schools we went through, it was written on the walls. And when I looked up there, I saw Dr. Malachi York. I seen Inky Enlil, I seen Anu, and I seen the Messiah. So I turned around, I said, okay. I said, a big table, let me walk over to this table. And the table had, the holy tablet was lit up, open with bright golden lights. I looked again, it was Sarah Baldwin again. She looked at me like she was afraid. I was like, wow. And then right before you know it, I woke up, and the thought came to my mind. I was like, it was a door right there. I said, you could have just walked right through that door and talked to the Messiah. And I said, well, I saw him. He let me in. And I was like, that's how I remember it was him. Because he possessed the blue light. And it wasn't that he wasn't speaking with his mouth. He was talking to me telepathic communication. And that's how I saw him mind to mind. And I was like, wow. This thing had been erased like about 2 or 3 times. I was trying to do a testimony on that in the past. So I just really found myself again. I posted.
Well, we really appreciate that. And I'm really happy to hear that your vibrations are raising up and you're reconnecting with your higher self and the ultimate reality and being introduced into the new heaven and new earth. And I pray the same for all of us here. Thank you, son. Bless your soul. Anybody else have a spiritual experience they'd like to share?
Yeah, Amun.
Very good.
Can I speak?
Yeah, you may. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, it's kind of like a few experiences, right? That I would say, I feel like it's a culmination of like 3 years. But basically, to make it super short, right? My grandfather was Thomas Lee Watson, right? He was the first black mayor of New York Village. He was like a Buffalo soldier. You know, he was in the Air Force.
Okay, black mayor of what city again?
The first Thomas Lee Watson, the first black mayor of New York Village. So I was raised in Nyack, New York, right? I was actually born in Nyack Hospital on June 14th.
Is this your first time here, son?
No, I've been here before. Zebri actually connected me to you a while ago.
Well, very good. Zebri, are you here?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay,
I think he just
very
got
good.
prompting, so kudos to
yes.
him. But what I was going to say is, I've been connecting to the whole Black Panther energy a while. I've been playing even Marvel Rivals, right? And
say again, but could you slow down and kind of make sure we understand every word?
Okay. So, I was playing Marvel Rivals lately, with Black Panther. I was, very sad when Chadwick Boseman passed away. But the movie, The Black Panther, inspired me a lot, right? And they have this saying in the game where he says, I'm the king of our people, God of our gods. And I thought to myself, like, it was the first time that I thought that a God would purposely descend to planet Earth to protect his people. That's what kings do. Like, we, as divine beings, choose to incarnate ourselves and descend into matter after you're right now on the physical Earth. Right? And it was funny because I was walking through a forest like not too long ago, probably like 3 days ago, and I literally felt, sometimes even when I swim in the ocean, I feel like there's a shark following me or a dolphin, but I was in the forest and I felt like there was a panther, like a black panther, like walking right next to me, like protecting me. And it was a very like vivid image, so much so I had to like look to the left of me. And I know I've always been in tune with shamanism. I like the whole spiritual side. I've had very celestial dreams as a kid. I've always had recurring Egyptian-themed dreams. I've seen the Sphinx in my dreams a lot, and the pyramids of Giza, right? But recently, as I'm trying to help more so in the legal and purchase more of the books and kind of heal more, I've had different, I guess you would say, financial blocks because I have my Pluto in the second house of Scorpio. And basically this, like, I had this experience where I was trying to work with this client. Someone reached out to me and wanted a picture of one of my modeling photos for some type of currency and type of payout. Long story short, they ended up trying to scam me, right? And like, I had to order a new card, and then now I have to order like a new bank account. So I would just say, like, in terms of like financial wisdom, because that's always one area that I've struggled in, where I've been almost perfect in almost everything else, but when it comes to finances, for some reason, I need to find like the right path of how to do it properly and be able to deal in the legal world in a spiritual way to protect myself. How do you think I should do that?
Well, if that's your destiny and that's your purpose, you'll find a way to open up to you. And know that all information is already inside of you. You just have to learn to turn yourself inside out and reconnect with it and access it. And what we refer to the CashApp records or your oversoul, because your higher self is the Most High. And you sound very intelligent to me and very vivid and clear, which is descriptions of a seraphim, because the cherubim is very vague. You know, for example, you ask the cherubim about a clock, and they'll say very simply, well, it's a clock on the wall, you know, a red clock on the wall. But there's a seraphim, they'll say, well, it's got Roman numerals, and it has electricity and runs by batteries. It's got ceramic globe on it. You know, they go into a lot of detail. And that imagination is what's required in order to recreate existence, and you have that capability. So I tip my celestial hat to you, and I welcome you home, and we're glad to hear you, son, and I love you all. And I know my other son had something he wanted to share before we get started with the class, too. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this Patahotep Amun. I want to share when I first got initiated in the AEO by the master teacher, and I think I told my mom about this. One Sunday, I was sleeping, and I had a dream. I was dreaming. Me and my older brother was walking into the forest. We were just in a forest, and it was dark, real dark, and there was a lot of stars out and everything. And all of a sudden, I don't know how we got separated. I don't know why we were walking, but it was just a dream. But we got separated, and during the time we walking, my name, Patahotep Amun, I don't know which one of the pharaohs or whatever, but they said, "Are you ready?" It's like I'm seeing a face in the sky. And I said, "Yeah." And they took me up. When they took me up, I end up somewhere back in Egypt. And I seen the war, like I seen the Egyptian soldiers, I seen the horses, and I just seen like a war was taking place. And that was it was really amazing to me experience that, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, I'm seeing like a real war take place right in front of me. It's like I was here on a buggy or something, and I seen all this was taking place. But, I mean, it was so amazing to me how that happened. And then when I woke up, I came out the dream, but that was one of my experiences that I went through.
Very good. I'd like somebody to Google King James, comma, your old men will dream dreams, your young men will have visions, and your children shall prophesy. Please Google that. I'd like you to read it to us. Very good, very good. I'm very, very glad to hear that. Now, who has that first question they'd like to ask?
Can I share something?
Sure. Please do.
Okay. So recently, I think within a month, my vibrations have been kind of going low. Whether it's been like distractions from like social media, the foods I've been eating, the music I'm listening to, and like the thoughts, and like not being really consistent in like reading the books and stuff like that, and just
they undulate.
I haven't been
they undulate, they ebb and flow. Like the low and high tide, it's an undulation to nature, right? And the reason for that is that Gaia, or Mother Earth, is also raising up in vibration. You have to be clear about that. But when you raise up in vibration, do you remember that commercial? I know you're young, but Ella Fitzgerald hit a high note and shattered the glass. Anybody remember that?
Yeah. Yes, I remember that too well.
Okay, well, you have to know that a human body can also shatter like glass. So as we raise up with the antipathy of Gaia, we raise up in vibration. We have to ebb and flow. The vibrations that sometimes will seem to stop, but they just kind of slow down and give you a chance to adjust, to acclimate to that vibration before they raise up again. You follow me? Because you can't take a... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think I agree with that because during the times where my vibration was pretty low was when I started a new transition in like my job. I went from a company driver to now owner operator, and I felt like, you know,
I tip my solicitor after you for that.
Thank you.
Can I add to that too?
Sure.
That's amazing she said that. Because that's what my journey headed me to now. I'm setting up for my own business, and it's like now, you know, I was wrestling with myself at first because I was trying to go back into other companies, and it won't let me. I got 86 applications out, and I know I'm qualified. And nobody, I go to interviews, get great interviews, and they love me, but they don't call me back. And it's like it's telling me, no, we send you up.
Not a valid menu
I'm transitioning for your own company. That's what I mean. My wife got our name started and everything. So I'm ready. I'm lining myself up to receive the funds or step out there and find the information to get my company starting off. And they won't allow me to go to no other business. It's like a blockage. So
he who is first shall be he who is last shall be first, right? And the meat shall inherit the earth. It's your time. You come out of it with great sustenance.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I have that scripture, Amun.
Okay, please read it.
Let him finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister.
No, you can go ahead. It's okay.
No. We want to hear that, but I just wanted her to interject that scripture as to what you all are experiencing right now. To throw some light in blind corners as to what you all are experiencing. Go ahead, sister. Just read it.
The conference will automatically end in 5 minutes.
And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And that's Acts chapter 2, verse 17.
Very good. Thank you. Now, sister, thank you for your patience, and please finish. We're very interested in your entire experience.
Yeah, so, like I was saying, I had just switched from company to owner-operator, and I think, like, during that time from, I guess, like, last week of February to, like, now, I've been kind of, like, you know, distracted and trying to, like, I guess you could say get a routine in. And so I say, like, maybe, like, a week or two ago, I had read Dr. York's book about your potential, and one of the things he was talking about was like your goals. I think I can't quote what he was saying right now, but it was just more about like making sure you have a goal to like strive for. And I think I realized like when I be trying to strive for goals, I make it like a very like, I think like too hard to reach within a certain amount of time. And so what I decided to do was just like within a month or within a week that I want to do is like, I would write down the goal. And so the goal I have wrote down for this month was like to change my diet, to make sure like I'm going back to, plant-based, eating more fruits and vegetables to raise up my motion. And then to pay off my credit card bill, which was like around like $3,000, and I paid that off today, and I got the groceries today. So I think I just want to say like I'm starting to come back to getting my vibration higher.
And I have every confidence that you will.
Yeah, lately I've just been feeling like the way I've been thinking and the things I've been watching just been like very low, and I just like really want to come back.
Well, mind your mind to the jewels of your soul, and remember that anything you can conceptualize, you can visualize, materialize, and thereby realize or actualize. So this is a thought existence. So mind your mind and think positive, because as a man or woman thinks, so are they. Because wherever attention goes, energy flows. Energy flows wherever attention goes. So keep yourself vibrating on a high frequency. And I've been working on a spiritual package for you as well. So when you receive that, I hope you have plenty of time to really take your time and saturate the contents and really learn and expand your consciousness and rock steady in the bosom of all with peace and security reigning on all sides. And I have every confidence. I can feel your vibration. I know you're real, and we've walked together before. You're going to be all right, okay? I'd like to... Yes.
Hold on, brother.
Go ahead.
And most importantly, play the CDs all night long.
I love you.
When you get your spiritual package, play those CDs every night, all night long.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, I started listening to your videos on your YouTube playlist. I've been listening to that sometimes at night. So it definitely helps.
That's a psychic self-defense.
I think there's one more thing I wanted to say was I noticed that like even though my vibration, I guess I could say my vibration has been kind of low, like I've noticed like I guess I'm still protected necessarily. Like I haven't experienced like any low vibration like coming towards me or like that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it just still feels like
end in 30 seconds.
I'm still okay necessarily. That's what I want to say. Yeah.
And you're gonna be okay.
Yes, it's a roller coaster.
Now, as far as spiritual packages, Sky, Amanda, the sister that's encouraging you right now, in Chesapeake, Virginia, do you have something to write with for a tracking number?
Yes, hold on.
Sure.
Conference.
And I'd also like Covington, Georgia, to get a pen to write with, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, ready.
All right. Your tracking number for your package is 9549-0107 2901 5100 7127 19. Would you like me to repeat?
Yeah.
Yes.
9549 0107 2901 5100 7127 19. Okay?
All right.
Now we have Covington, Georgia. Are you here?
Yes, this me.
Okay. 9549 0107 2901 5100 7126 96. I'll repeat. 9549 0107 2901 5100 7126 96. You got it?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. And Atlanta, Georgia, are you here?
Who bat? Andrew, I'm here.
Rahubat, I have faith in you. 9549-0107. 2901 5100 712672. I'll repeat. 9549-0107. 2901 5100 712672. And the number that you call to check on the tracking is 1-800-275-877. And of course, you can do it on the computer as well.
Wait,
all right.
1-800-275-877?
Exactly. 8777, 3 sevens.
Nope, got it.
Very good.
Tour.
All right, and you got to give it a little chance because they were just mailed today. Give them a chance to get into the system. All right, I'd like you all to go to your holy tablets. Now you find that on the post that I sent you, you have a link, a free download for holy tablets on the email that I send you all twice a week. Or you could go to Google and type in holy tablets, comma Dr. Malachi Z. York, comma PDF. You know, free download. That's the holy tablets. It's imperative that you go. I don't want people ever to say that Amun said. I want you all to know that these are the words of the master teacher. Okay, so go to the holy tablets, comma, Malachi Z. York, comma, PDF. And when you get that pulled up, I'd like you all to go to chapter 6, tablet 4, the birth of Melchizedek. I want to be clear tonight. I want everybody to understand very clearly exactly who Melchizedek is and what is his purpose for being sent here. What he is to you. That's chapter 6, tablet 4, verse 89, the birth of Melchizedek. Let me know when you all start arriving there. We don't want anybody to be mentally lazy. Make sure you get the holy tablets and look this up.
I'm there.
Okay.
I'm there.
All right. The birth of Melchizedek. And Methuselah said to the people, "Here is near, also New Namnir, the Vesi, by which he was to be born on earth, being without earthly mother or father. He will be in front of your face from the present day as the guide of the princes of the earth, the children of the Elohim, whom the chosen people of Israel shall worship." Now, I want to inject that I was sent here for the lost seed of the house of Israel only. I wasn't sent here for the world. That's a misnomer. But that's why it's a select few, the chosen, because I'm here for the princes of the earth. In other words, the Creator has sent to every geographical location on earth and at every time period when people are consciously ready to receive a prophet or a prophetess. He sent 124,000 prophets, 315 apostles, 113 messiahs, and 1 Mahdi, Ahmed. And there are also roughly 19,000 new incarnations that are on earth for the first time here to round off the 144,000. Right? So behold, I looked at Mount Zion, there stood a Lamb, and with him 144,000 with their father's name written in their foreheads. So if you all are wondering why you can perform miracles and move stars, it's because it's your nature to do so, right? You're not merely people from earth. What you are is Homo Galactica. You're not totally human. Say it again. you are the Homo galactica, right? And you're re-emerging back into cosmos. Okay. Okay, and the people of Israel shall worship, and the people answered Methuselah, let it be so for us. And the word of Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, be just as he said to you. And while Methuselah was speaking to the people, his spirit was convulsed, and kneeling on his knees, he stretched out his hands to heaven, praying to Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator. And as he was praying, his spirit went out. And near and all the people hurried and constructed a sepulchre for Methuselah, and they placed him incense and wreaths and many holy things. And near came with many praises, and the people lifted up Methuselah's body, glorifying Anu. They performed the service for him at the sepulchre, which they had made for him, and they covered him over. And the people said, how blessed is Methuselah in front of the face of the Elohim, and in front of the face of all the people. And from there they assembled. And Near said to the people, hurry up today, bring sheep and bulls and turtle doves and pigeons, so that we might make a feast of the sacrifice in front of the face of Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, and rejoice today. I also want to remind you all that inside your spiritual packages, because of Kifa Amun, we have CD discs enclosed of the Holy Tablets and the Injil, authored by Panababi Anun, as a gift from myself and her to you. And they are very, very user-friendly, okay? But you can only play them in a computer only. And then go to your houses. And the people gave heed to Near, the Zodok priest, and they hurried, and they brought them and tied them up at the head of the altar. And then took the knife... Say it again? Okay.
Keep going. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's all right. And Near took the knife of sacrifice and slaughtered them in front of the face of Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, and did have them prepared as a feast for those without means. And the people ate well and made merry in front of the face of the Elohim all that day. They glorified Anu of the Elohim, the Savior of Near. And you can see some pictures of Near and Suphanim and Melchizedek, because what happens is that the spirit of Michael, who's the heavenly host, the head of all the angelic beings in both realms, is sent down by Elionel into the heart and seated firmly in the heart of a chosen vessel, a man, a different being in every generation, in order to initiate all the prophets into the order of Melchizedek. Are you following me? Myself, this is my third time here. I was here as Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who brought the Quran. Also, the 19th Imam after him, Ahmed, in Kordofan, Sudan, that wrote for you the Ratib. And I'm back again now as the Messiah. All right. 104. And in front of the face of the people, and from that day there was peace and order all over all the earth in the days of Near, 202 years. And then the people turned away from Elionel, who was Anu, the Almighty Creator, and they began to be envious, one against another. And people went to war against people. And race rose up against race and struggled and insulted one another. And they create names for those whom they worship, names of Yahweh, Adonai, Baal, Dagon, taking these names and supplanting them over their idols of ignorance. Even if the lips were the same, nevertheless the heart chose different things. For Luciferians, that is the Nakashites, became rulers for the third time in Halal, their ruler, calling him Anu, Elohim. The first before paradise, the second time was in paradise, the third time was after paradise, and continued right up to the flood and on after. And there arose disputation and great turbulence, and Near the Zodok priest heard and was greatly aggrieved. And he said in his heart, in truth, I have come to understand how the time has arrived. And the saying which Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, says of Methuselah, the father of my father Lamech, behold, the wife of Near, whose name was Suphanim, being barren, never having at any time given birth to a child by near. And Suphanum was in the time of her old age, and the day of her death. She conceived in her womb, but near the Zora priest had not slept with her, nor had he touched her from the day that Elionel, who was Anu, the Almighty Creator, had appointed him to conduct the liturgy in front of the face of the people. And when Suphanum saw her pregnancy, she was ashamed and embarrassed, and she hid herself during all the days until she gave birth. And not one of the people knew about it. And when 282 days had been completed, and the birth had begun to approach, and he remembered his wife, and he called her to himself in his house, so that he might converse with her. And Suphanum came to near her husband, and behold, she was pregnant, and the day appointed for giving birth was drawing near. And Ner saw her, and he became ashamed, and he said to her, "What is this you have done, O wife? And why have you disgraced me in front of the face of the people?" And you see there's a different picture for Melchizedek now. "And now depart from me, and go where you began the disgrace of your womb, so that I might not defile my hands on account of you, and sin in front of the face of Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator." And Suphanum spoke to Ner, her husband, saying, "O my Adonai, behold, it is the time of my old age, and the day of my death has arrived. I do not understand how my menopause and the barrenness of my womb have been reversed." And Ner did not have faith in his wife, and for the second time he said to her, "Depart from me, or else I might assault you, and commit a sin in front of the face of Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator." And it came to pass, when Ner had spoken to his wife in this manner, saying, Suphanum, that Suphanum fell down at Ner's feet and died, for the thought of distrust lay too heavy upon her heart. Ner was extremely distressed, and he said in his heart, "Could this have happened because of my word?" Just by word and thought, a person can sin in front of the face of Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator. Now may Anu, the merciful, have mercy upon me. I know in truth in my heart that my hand was not upon her. And so I said, "Glory to you, Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, because no one among humans knows about this deed which Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, has done." And Ner hurried, and he shut the door of his house, and went to Utnapishtim, that's Noah, his brother. And he reported to him everything that had happened in connection with his wife. And Utnapishtim hurried. He came with Ner, his brother. He came into Ner's house because of the death of Suphanum, and they discussed between themselves how her womb was at the time of giving birth. And Utnapishtim said to Ner, "Don't let yourself be sorrowful, Ner, my brother. For Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator today, has covered up our scandal, and that nobody from the people knows this. Now let us go quickly, and let us bury her secretly. And Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, will cover up the scandal of our shame. For he alone knows that there is a divine in her womb, and he shall be an incarnation of Michael himself." And they placed Suphanum on the bed, and they wrapped her around with black garments, and shut her in the house, prepared for burial. They dug the grave in secret, and a child came out of the dead Suphanum, and he sat on the bed at her side. And when the fishermen near came in to bury Suphanum, they saw the child sitting by the dead Suphanum and wiping his person. The fishermen near were very terrified with a great fear, because the child was fully developed physically, like a 3-year-old, and he spoke with his lips. And he blessed Elionel, who was Anu, the Almighty Creator, saying, "Forgive them, for they know not what they have done." And then the fisherman looked at him, and behold, the badge of priesthood was on his chest, and it was glorious in appearance. And then the fisherman said, "Behold, Anu is renewing the priesthood from blood related to us, just as he pleases." And then the fisherman hurried, and they washed the child, and they dressed him in the garments of priesthood, and they gave him the holy bread, and he ate it, and they called his name Melchizedek. And then the fisherman, or Noah, and they lifted up the body of Suphanum, and they divested her of the black garments, and they washed her, and they clothed her in exceptionally bright garments, and they built a shrine for her. Uthapishtim knew it, and Melchizedek came, and they buried her publicly. And Uthapishtim said to his brother Ner, look after this child in secret until the time, because people will become treacherous in all of the earth, and they will begin to turn away from Anu, and having become totally ignorant, they will put him to death. And then Uthapishtim went away to his own place, and great lawlessness began to become abundant all over the earth in the days of Ner. And they began to worry excessively, especially about the child, saying, how miserable it is for me, El Olam, the everlasting, that in my days all lawlessness has begun to become abundant over the earth. And I realize how much nearer our end is over all the earth on account of the lawlessness of the people. And now, Elroy, vision giver, what is the vision about this child, and what is his destiny, and what will I do for him? And Yasamiah, the hearer, heeded near, and appeared to him in a vision in the shadow hour. Please read your phones. And he said to him, near. Starship your phones. He said to him, near, the great lawlessness which has come on the earth among the multitude, I shall not tolerate. And behold, I desire now to send out a great destruction on the earth, and everything that stands on the earth shall perish. But concerning the child, don't be anxious, dear, because in a short while I shall send through him the archangel Michael, and he will take the child and put him in the paradise of Eden, in the paradise where Zachar, or Adam, was formerly for 7 years, having the heavens open all the time up until when he became disagreeable. And the child will not perish along with those who are perishing in this generation, as I have revealed it, so that Melchizedek will be the priest to all holy priests of the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, simply called Om, the vibration of all creation. And I will establish him so that he will be the head of the priest of the future. And he rose from his sleep and blessed Elionel, who was Anu, the Almighty Creator, who made appear to him his soul, saying, blessed be Anu of the Elohim of my fathers. So you see, the spiritual archangel Michael is being sent down from heaven by the will and command of Elionel, and placed firmly and seated in the heart of chosen men of the earth, that raised to the title of Melchizedek, to deliver light messages to the earth. Now we, as angelic hosts, we have but 120 years on the average to stay here on earth. But we have energy that's like a battery that we're blessed with from the Most High. And Melchizedek has a battery that allows him to stay on earth all the time. Are you following what I'm saying? In different forms, he keeps reincarnating, just like Amun Rayay. I, too, keep what you refer to as dying and coming back over and over again. If you find that in the DVDs that you have enclosed in your spiritual packages, who is the Nawabian Christ? Okay. Yes, to me. Okay, which verse are we on here? Okay, 163. Who has told me how he has made a great priest in my day in the womb of my wife, because I had no child in this tribe who might become the great priest. But this is my son and your servant, and you are Anu, Gadula, the great one. Therefore honor him together with your servants and great priests, with Seth and Enos and Lucian and Elam and Pharsidam and Mahalaleel and Suruk and Ardasan and Ilam and Adaph and Methuselah and myself, your servant Ner. And behold, Melchizedek will be the head of the 24 elders who existed before, because they existed before and after the flood, right? And afterward, in the last generation, there will be another Melchizedek. That's the one that y'all call Panabab Yanun. And afterward, in the last generation, there will be another Melchizedek, the first of 12 elders, right? And the last will be head of all, a great archpriest, the power and word of Anu, who will perform miracles greater and more glorious than all the previous ones. He, Melchizedek, will be priest and king in a place, Akusan, also called Aghartha and Shambhala. That is to say, in the center of the earth where Zach's birth plan was created, and there will be his final grave. Now, let me see the part back quick. And show me where you. No, what verse? Okay, now I'm reading out the hardback because it has something here that. Okay, therefore I don't know if myself will be the priest and act like okay. Okay, where the center of the earth is, just as Cain, that's Adam, also buried his own son Habil, also called Abel there, whom his brother Cain, also called Cain, murdered. For he lay for 3 days unburied until he saw a bird called the jackdaw, which is a Eurasian crow, and he imitated that same method of how it buried its own young. I know that great confusion has come, and in confusion this generation will come to an end. Everyone will perish except with the fist of my brother, that's Noah. He will be preserved. Afterward there will be a planting from his tribe, the Shemites, the Hamites, and the Japhetites. And there will be another people who fathered the Hebrews and became the Israelites, Medinites, and Israelites. And there will be another Melchizedek, Malachi, Zadok, York, El. Are you following me? The head of the priest reigning over the people and performing the liturgy, a ritual for Elion Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator. When the child had been 40 days in Near's tent, Elion Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, said to Murdoch, who is also known as the angel Michael, go down into the earth, go out to Near, the Zodiac priest, and take my place, and take and place him in the paradise of Eden for preservation. For the time is approaching, and it will pour out all the waters into the earth, and everything that is on the earth will perish. Murdoch hurried, and he came down when it was shadow hour, and Near was sleeping on his bed. And Murdoch appeared to him and said to him, thus says Elion El, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, Near, send the child to me, whom I entrusted to you. Near did not recognize who was speaking to him, and in his heart was confused. Near said, when the people find out about the child, they will seize him and kill him, because the heart of these people is deceitful from the face of Elion El, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator. Near said to the one who was speaking, the child is not with me. I don't know who you are. And Murdoch, he who was speaking to Near, answered, don't be frightened, Near. I am of the Elohim. I shall seat myself firmly in the heart of this child. So the angel Michael is before Near and telling him that to send the child that they named Melchizedek with him, because he was commanded to sit spiritually in the heart, firmly in the heart of this child, Melchizedek. And Anu has sent me, and behold, I shall take the child today. I will go with him, and I will place him in the paradise Eden. There he will be forever. When the 12th generation will come into being, succeeding the 12 imams, there he will be born in that generation. A righteous man who will be titled El Mahdi, that's me, Ahmed, the guide. And in 1870, he will establish the community of the Ansar. At Abba Island, Muhammad Ahmed Ibn Abdullah was born the year 8.
The conference will automatically end in 5 minutes.
He will establish the community of the Ansar at Abba Island. Muhammad Ahmed Ibn Abdullah was born in the year 1845, and in the year 1885, he departed from this physical world in the Sudan. That's Malachi's great-grandfather, me. Elionel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, will tell him that he should go out to that mountain where stands the Ark of Witness Fistum, your brother, that is in the land called Turkey today. He will find there another Melchizedek, who has been living there as a Muslim for 7 years, staying away from those people who sacrifice to idols in the name of oneness, that's Tawheed, so they may not kill him. He, Ahmed, right, will bring him out, and he will be the first priest and king in the city of Salem in the style of this Melchizedek. the originator of the priest, and they shall call him Al-Kedar, the green one, right? So that's why Malachi says that it would be me that would free him from penitentiary. The years will be completed up to that time, 3,432, from the beginning increase of the albino Adam, Labana, also called Canaan. Their Adam was born in the fourth moon cycle in the 18,000th year. That is 3 sets of 6,000. From that Melchizedek, the priest will be 12 in number, until the great one, that is to say the leader, will bring out everything visible and invisible. Now let's find out who this leader is. If you all, I think it's in chapter 11. Put a marker in your tablets right there, right where you're at. Okay, let me see. I'm going to show you all how to go through this book. Okay, go to chapter 11. We're looking for the glorification of Michael. Who can find that for us? The glorification of Michael. I think it's in chapter 11. Or it's in chapter 10. I think it's 11. Let me see. The glorification of Michael. You all help me find it. We're looking for the leader. Fatah, are you here from D.C.?
Yeah.
Can you find the glorification of Michael for us? Okay, I have it. Chapter 11, tablet 30. In the softback is page 976. The glorification of Michael. So he said, this leader. Let me know when you all are there. Chapter 11, tablet 30.
I'm there.
All right. Who else is there? The glorification. Okay.
I'm there.
All right. Lo, Zachar, cursed be him, Elal. In the very hour, the Anunnaki returned to the throne. That's us coming back right now. For when this hour of creation had ended, the Anunnaki ascended the throne, and the arch Anunnaki went and stood beside him in a crescent in front of the throne. 7 in number, Michael, son of Enki and Damkina, Gabriel, son of Rachel and Zamaral, Raphael, son of Wapipiel and Thikrael, Israel, Anu and Id, Uziel, Uriel, son of Azariel and Rathikiel, the 7 Anunnaki. Michael sat at the feet of the Elion El, and the splendor of his glory fell upon him. Perfection and purity, wisdom and love, the like of which only Elion El has. Elion El said, in thy name, O Michael, do I now find the session of the kingdom of Malekith shall it be, the realm between me and Zachar. As long as male and female living beings,
in 30 seconds.
As long as male and female living beings shall bring forth heirs unto me, this kingdom shall not cease to glorify thee. Verse 10, let the leader, Ahmed, son of Abdul, approach the throne. Then the end is near. All right, so now you all know who the leader is. In fact, I was in my store when it was open, the right stuff.
Goodbye.
And Father Babianu called me again from Colorado. And during our conversation, he was telling me, do this and give me instructions for legal work and this, that, and the other. And I asked him, I said, well, Mentu Hotep lives on the land. Can I call him and ask him to do it? Man, he screamed so loud I had to pull the phone away. He said, Mentu Hotep, he's not a leader. Right? So I just want to let y'all know that the leader is Ahmed in the last day. And when you see me, the end will be near. Now I'd like you to all go over to chapter 16, tablet 13. You got to learn how to navigate these tablets. Chapter 16, tablet 13. Oh, wait a minute. Tablet. Was it 13, tablet 16? Was it chapter 13, tablet 16? Okay. Okay. All right. That's chapter 13, tablet 16, verse 248. In the Saltback, that's page 1251. Generation of Abraham, chapter 13, tablet 16, verse 248. Let me know when you're there. It's important that you all go there. If you have the Saltback, it's page 1251. Whoever has the hardback, please tell us what page to go to. Cheryl, don't you have the hardback in London?
Is it the story of Solomon?
Yes, I do.
Say it again.
Chapter 13.
Chapter 13,
chapter
16,
tablet 16. Okay.
verse 248. That's page 1251 in the Softback.
Page 1286 in the hardback.
Okay, what page? Repeat. Cheryl, what page?
1286.
1286 in the hardback. Let me know when you all are there. Chapter 13, tablet 16, verse 248.
I'm there.
Okay. Who else?
Yep, I'm here.
I'm there.
Okay.
I'm here.
As for those who conceal what they know to be true, and idol worshippers could not have freed themselves from falsehood until the clear evidence came to them. He, Ahmed, was one sent from Elion El as an apostle, reciting the purified pages, the holy tablet. I was sent here for that. And he capitalized and underlined holy tablet. In it are straight inscriptions. And for those who were given the scripture, didn't become divided until after the clear evidence came to them. They were only ordered to sincerely serve only Elion El with total devotion, and they were commanded to offer worship and to give charity. This way of life is the straight way. Surely those who conceal what they know to be true from the family of the scripture and idol worshippers shall eternally be in the fire of purgatory. These are they, the most wicked of creatures. Verily, as for those who are faithful and work to perfect their beings, these are the very best of creatures. Their Rab, star 60 phone, their Rab will have their reward, the gardens of paradise, each beneath which rivers flow. They will be in it eternally. Elion El is pleased with them, and they are pleased with him. This is for whosoever dreads his Rab, Elion El, the Most High. So, now you're beginning to understand the association that I have with Melchizedek. Are you following me? And his association to you and all the prophets. Because what I'm saying to you is that all of those prophets and prophetesses are you all. And we're here to reawaken you. Are you following me? Okay, what was our last verse in chapter 6? Okay, okay. Okay. 186. Verse 186, softback page 474. Chapter 6, tablet 4. I told you to put a marker there. 186. And Anu has sent me, and behold, I shall take the child today. I will go with him, and I will place him in the paradise Eden, and there he will be forever. And when the 12th generation will come into being, and together will be 1,070 years, and there will be born in that generation a righteous man. But the Saltback, they don't say that that man's name is Ahmed. And Eliel, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, will tell him that he should go out to that mountain where stands the Ark of Nephistim, your brother, that is in the land called Turkey. And there he will find there another Melchizedek, who has been living there as a Muslim for 7 years, hiding himself from those people who sacrifice to idols in the name of Tawhid or oneness, so that they may not kill him. He will bring him out. Ahmed will bring him out, right? And he will be the first priest and king in the city of Salem in the style of this Melchizedek, the originator of the priest, and they shall call him Al-Kedar. The years will be completed up to that time, 3,432 from the beginning and creation of the albino Adam. And from that Melchizedek, the priest will be 12 in number, just like always, until the great one, that is to say the leader, will bring out everything visible and invisible. So I am the leader, Ahmed, and I am bringing out everything visible and invisible right now. And from that Melchizedek, the priest will be 12 in number until the great one, that is to say the leader, will bring out everything visible and invisible. And Ner overstood the first dream and believed it. And having answered Michael, he said, Blessed be Elion, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, who has glorified you today for mute your phones. And having answered Michael, he said, Blessed be Elion. Star 6 your phone. Blessed be Elion, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator. Don't try to be quiet. Just mute it. Who has glorified you today for me. And now bless your servant Ner. For we are coming close to departure from this world. And take the child and do to him just as Anu said to you. And Michael took the child on the same shadow hour on which he had come down, and took him on his wings, and he placed him in the paradise of Elion. Right? And Ner got up in the daylight hours. He went into his tent, and he did not find the child. And there was instead of you very great grief, because he had no other son except this one. Thus Ner ended his life. And after him there was no priest among the people. And from that time great confusion arose on the earth, and Elion, who is Anu, the Almighty Creator, called unto Fistum unto the Mount Ararat, between Assyria and Armenia, in the land of Arabia, beside the ocean. He said to him, Make there an ark with 300 lackets in length, and with 50 lackets, and in height 30, and 2 stories in the middle, and as doors of 1 lacket. And of their lackets 300, but ours also 15,000. He's giving them descriptions for the ark. But I want you all to understand that it's a fictitious story in Christianity where they collected a pair of every animal, giraffes and all these things. What they really did is they created a craft, but they collected semen and ovum samples from every pair of animals on Earth, and cryogenically preserved and froze them. Are you following me? And that's how they got all those animals to fit on that ark. And so of theirs 50, but of ours 900, and of theirs 30 lackets, but of ours 50. In agreement with this new rule, the Israelites keep measurements of the Fistum's ark, just as Anu said to him. And they carry out all their measurements in the same way, and all their regulations, even up to the present. Anu, Elion, who is Allah, the Almighty Creator, opened the doors of the heavens. Rain came unto the earth for 150 days, and the earth also did burst asunder, spitting forth much water, and all flesh died. And as the Fistum was in the year 500, he fathered triplets, that is 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, by Naamah, and 1 year before that, Rhea was born to his other wife, right, Wala. And after the deluge, after the flood, and after the deluge, did Melchizedek come to earth again, and his the priesthood to initiate Abraham into the ancient Biscot of Melchizedek, and departed. He didn't die, he departed, just like Ahmed. Then again he returned for the initiates of Moshe, that's Moses, and his brother Aaron. Then again for Yahshua, that's Jesus. Then again he came for myself, Ahmed. Then again for Al-Mahdi. So he came for Ahmed with the Quran. Then he left and came back again for the Mahdi with the Ratib, the great-grandfather of Imam Isa. Finally, in the last day, he shall incarnate to seal up the lives and reveal all facts, right? So I want you all to be aware of that. Now, go to chapter 19, and then we're going to ask questions of you. Chapter 19. Verse 313. I want you all to be absolutely clear about what's going on here. Really. Not hypotheticals where these new kids keep telling you what they think and what they believe and the things that they create inside their own imaginations. They try to gain power and wealth, right?
Mm-hmm. Can you repeat chapter 19 tablet?
Chapter 19, tablet 6, verse 313. In the softback, that's page 1648. And Cheryl, you can tell them what page it is in the hardback. Yes, verse 313. Let me know when you all are there. Chapter 19, tablet 6, verse 313. Now we're going to find out why, we're going to find out why Melchizedek, that's housing the angel Michael, was sent back in these last days to you all as Dr. Malachi Z. York. Why was he sent this time? To initiate me, of course, but he was sent for a primary reason that he's been telling y'all ever since the Ansur Allah days, and he's never strayed from that. He keeps telling y'all about the return of Jesus, the return of the Messiah, and he tells you he's not the Messiah. Okay?
In the hardback.
In the hardback, what page is it?
1655.
1,645 in the hardback.
55.
Okay, I mean 1655. 1655 in the hardback. And the softback is page 1648. You all ready? Verse 313. Behold, the Son of Righteousness, that's him, stands before you with the scroll of Malachi, that's this holy tablet, that rebukes the liars for their transgressions, and who will prepare the way for the Messiah, by turning the hearts of the fathers to the sons, and the sons to the fathers, or else I, Malachi, will strike the earth with utter destruction. Now you are ready to move on towards the next level, and ready to accept what I was giving you originally, a teaching that none can stand against. You were the meat that are here to dumbfound the wise, and so we are at the beginning again with Sufi ancestors. Only now we are Sufi under the Amun, the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, the beginning of their end. You can't be fooled by any religious doctors of any kind. No, not nowadays. You have your first tool, this holy tablet, not someone else's interpretation, your own scripture that will dispel all the lies, causing all false things to perish, making the truth come to light, right? Now go back a couple of pages to verse 165 in the same chapter. You want to go back to 165. Chapter 19, tablet 6, verse 165. In the softback, that's page 1642. Patal, you and your mother following along?
Yes. Page 1649.
1649 in the hardback and 1642 in the softback. That's chapter 19, tablet 6, verse 165. Let me know when you all are there.
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 165. This is Malachi speaking. Mute your phones. It is my voice that roars with the sound of many waters, saying these things. I say unto you, who are faithful and true, I am the Melchizedek of all the holy prophets. Allah has sent me to give good tidings, to prepare the way for HaMashiach, or El-Mashi, the real Messiah, and to show you things which must shortly come to pass, and prepare a way straight for him. For I have declared it in my very own scroll, the scroll of Malachi. Are you all following? You starting to catch up with what was being communicated?
Yes, I'm following.
Yes. Because a lot of people, they don't want to believe anything, but they're already preconceived, earnest beliefs. They've arranged these truths and the fictions that make them feel good, but they can't accept the reality of what's really taking place here on earth. You follow me?
Yes.
So Melchizedek was sent here to prepare you all for my arrival. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'll take you all deeper into the three mems and all that, and a lot of different other places at a later date. But at this time, I think that's enough to put in your mind for you to think about. And if you were wise, please mute your phones. Keep your phones muted. You don't have to unmute your phones to listen. You can hear everything with your phone *6. Now I'd like to open up the floor for questions.
Sorry, I have a question.
I'll do my very best.
Okay, I know that this world is an illusion, and I'm not this body, I'm not this situation. So I just want to know what it means to act like only watching this from the heavens above. Can you explain that, please?
What you like to know? What it's like to what?
You know how when you say when you're not that body, you're not this situation, you're only watching this from the heavens above?
Right. Well, as simply as I can put it, you're a spiritual being having a physical experience. So your long home is Ilion, right? And the wider galactic federation. You are all here from different planets, different galaxies, and different dimensions, right? But what happened in all those places throughout the cosmos, there were beings that rebelled against the command of Ilion El when they were commanded. In other words, one day Ilion El gathered all the angelic beings, and remember that angels and men are the same thing. He gathered them all together, and he said to them, I'm about to create a man, a sounding clay of black mud, fashioned into shape. When I may complete his form, and then blown into his nostrils of my breath, you will all fall down and prostrate or pray to that man. And Malachi has bowed down into his to me at least twice that I remember, and many other Nawapians as well. I don't require that, but it's just my station, okay? And when he did that, all the angels in all the heavens bowed down to this man, except Iblis. He refused. He refused. Until this day, he still refuses. Just a reptile with that iron rod in his spine. He refuses to bow down to the truth, right? And when he didn't bow, the Most High asked him, why didn't you bow with the others when I commanded you? And this nigga said, I'm better than he is. You created him of a smoke. You created him of a black loam of sounding clay, which is wrong. He created his body of that, but he blew his essence from the Creator himself into him. And you created me of a smokeless fire. I am better than he is. And the Creator said to him, surely I know best what I created. So get down out of it, hated and cursed as apes and swine. Here come the pigs, until the day of resurrection, until the appointed time, till the time made known, which is right now. Right? And the devil was cast down in great anger. But he begged the Most High. He said, because of all this time, I've always obeyed everything from you, and I never did disobey you. Please respite me on account of that until the day that they are raised, and I'm here to raise you all up now, but they're trying to block it. The black Nawabian devils and the whites. From among the men and jinn, they're trying to block your ascension. And the Creator said to him, surely you are granted respite for the 6,000 years, the appointed time, the time made known. And when he said that, the devil said, I will surely come at them from their left, their right, above and beneath them, before them and behind them, and you will not find many of them thankful, except those of the purified ones. Against them I have no authority. Right? So he's been coming down and attacking you all and trying to turn you into liars and devils to prove one point. He want to make a liar out the Most High. He want to prove to the Most High he was right and not bowing to y'all because y'all ain't shit. You're devils just like him, and that's why he wouldn't bow to you, because you're not worthy of bowing down to. So don't do it. Don't do it. Because otherwise, like people say, is there room in death and hell? And hell asks, are there more? As it heaved. Yes, you can't fill up hell and death. But you can't fill up heaven either. So always be ruled by your better angels, okay?
Okay.
All right. I love you. Next question.
Amun.
I have a question.
Go ahead. The first brother that said Amun. The other brother, please have patience. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I will.
Patah. It was Patah.
Go ahead.
Is this the process that our bowel thyroid gland start to be activated?
Well, right now, your barotheric glands are being reinserted in some of you. Now, I'll tell you my experience, because I was sitting here to have these experiences so that I could teach it to you. I was laying on my right side asleep, and I woke up to see there were angelic beings, Elohim, standing behind me. They had me on my side, and they had a laser-like equipment, and they opened up my spinal column, and they inserted a disc, a velar, a crystal, inside of between my disc and my back, and then they closed up. Now that crystal, that disc, that dye, what it does is it accumulates information. It'll download everything about you, even your dreams and your aspirations, what you want, what you would think heaven is. And now, what they do, when it gets full and has all the information, they come and remove that disc. And then, when you cross over, you pass by, when you go through that Stargate, it's like an editing station, where there are real masters in there that download that information, and they erase everything, every horrible experience and memory that you have, and replace it with good ones. And then your body breaks down into, like on Star Trek, into a lot of electron pieces. And then when you go through the shift, it's like two vertical lines that have lines going in between them, like a spider's web being woven. And they start forming another physical body for you. And then they download all those heavenly and perfected instructions down in there, everything that you wish for and things you couldn't even imagine. Because heaven is beyond the flights of our very imagination. And that's what happens. Now, you asked me about the barotheric gland. What they do is they come and surgically, they insert that in your lower submental. It was in the hippocampus area of your brain, but it was surgically removed.
End in 5 minutes.
It was surgically removed from the hippocampus area of your brain, and your brain has since grown over, and there's not enough room in there. So this time they reinserted it in your lower submental, under your chin, about the size of a walnut, and you could feel it, but don't run away with yourself, because in most of you it's not activated yet. But it's beginning to be activated when you all start having these visions and moving stars and doing things that gods do. In other words, that's one of the tests that I give the people that come to me, is if they can see us move stars. If they can see them move, or actually move them with us, then I know they're mine. I'm here for them, and they're supposed to be with us. That's one of the tests. So I always ask you all to please be patient and go outside every time we move stars, and then you perform that miracle with us and bear witness to it, because your spirit is just like a muscle in your physical body. If you don't let it get dormant, it'll atrophy. If you have a person sitting in a wheelchair for 10 years and ask them to get up and walk, they'll fall on their face. I'm trying to get you all to exercise those spiritual muscles again, so you can expand. So please go outside right now. It's 10:25, wherever you are, and tell us what you see in the sky, especially you new people. Please go outside and tell us what you see in the sky.
We're in a storm in Covington. It's raining and lightning up here.
Well, I understand that. The moon is nice and bright, I understand. Close the door.
I think it's almost a full moon. A pink moon.
You see the moon?
It is the full moon. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I see the moon, too.
Okay, who's the first brother that said he saw it?
I think that was me.
Okay, you kind of knew, too, right?
I mean...
Okay, all right, let's look at the moon, brother. Look at the moon. I'm going to move the moon. Listen, let me talk to you. I'm going to move the moon to the left in the name of Amun Rayay, the Messiah.
Let's see the moon. On to the left.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
now I'm going to make it raise up in the name of the Messiah. Tell us what you see, brother.
Just look like it's moving slowly to the right now.
Okay. Now I'm going to make it move counterclockwise in a circle.
Moon, can I ask you something?
Yes.
If it's possible, are you able to, summon one of the UFOs or a craft?
Say it again.
Are you able to summon one of the crafts?
Yes, I can, but right now I'm moving the moon for people here.
Okay.
Good cloud cover.
Okay, it's moving counterclockwise. Now the brother that I'm doing this for, I'm going to put your face in it while I move it. And yes, I know what you look like.
Mm-hmm.
You can see you'll see your eyes and your mouth will be moving like it is.
Oh man, yeah. See the lightning?
You see yourself in it?
I see it, man. I see the eyes and the mouth.
Yeah, the mouth is moving.
It reminds me of a red moon, a blood moon about years ago.
Yes. All right, next person that wants to move something in the sky.
The conference will automatically end in 30.
Okay, you see a star? All right. We're going to move it to the right in the name of the Messiah, Amun Rayay.
Up in the north.
Now we're going to make it move clockwise in the name of the Messiah.
Going clockwise. Clockwise.
Conference ending. Goodbye.
Man. Lightning.
A storm coming up.
All right. Next person. Please start shooting your phones. Who wants to move something next in the sky?
Conference begins.
I will.
Kufu. I'm in Florida.
Okay, all right. Go ahead on, Kufu. What you gonna move? What do you see?
I'm looking at the star right now.
All right. We're going to make that star come close to you. In the name of Amun Rayay, come close to him.
Wow, it's moving closer.
I love you.
It's moving.
Now move back out in the name of the Messiah.
It's going further away now.
Yeah, I love you. Now move clockwise.
It's moving clockwise. There's a little wobble to it, but it's moving.
Yeah, it had a wobble. I saw that.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that you're here and you can bear witness to it. Next, one more person. Come in.
I will. This is
very good.
Texas.
Very good, Zybri. And you're doing your job. Bless you. Where are you going to move?
The star I see right above my head.
All right. Let's make it go in the circle clockwise. Above your head.
It's going. Slowly.
Going clockwise.
I seen the jumps.
Yeah.
It's going.
It jumped at right around 7 o'clock. Now make it raise up in the name of the Messiah.
It's raising up. Fast.
Now drop down in the name of Amun Rayay.
It's dropping.
So you
dropping
see,
up and down.
Nobody has an excuse to act like they don't know or don't understand, because I'm making it perfectly clear to you all, right, which is my job, right? Who Melchizedek is, who Michael is, who Ahmed is, who Amun Rayay is, and who you are, right? You're the elite few. Those that belong with me are the elite few, the 144,000, all right?
Yes.
And I want you all to know that I love you with all my heart, and I love you more than you could possibly love yourselves. Because, bless, you're striving to wake up, but understand that what you're trying to do is become one with all again, which is your natural state. I am already one with all. That's why I can make a mind link with every one of you anywhere in the world, or even on the planet Risk, and I can move the whole creation. Look, I'm going to move the whole creation in the name of the Messiah. All creation, all the stars in the heavens, move to the right in the name of Amun Rayay. Bear witness to what you see. I'm going to make them brighter, too. Now, all this creation move to the left in the name of the Messiah. Yes, sir.
Moving love.
Yes.
It's going left.
Now, all creation raise up in the name of Amun Rayay.
All creation.
Stars and moon going up. Yep.
All creation drop down. I want you all to be aware of this. While I'm moving every star, or every star is a sun, that I'm moving your sun and your earth. So when I'm moving the whole creation, I'm moving you as well. So know that I am the real Messiah. There's no doubt in that. La Reiba. No doubt at all. Except for those that are rebellious. You follow me? And they won't make this trip. I love you all. And I wanted to ask a personal favor. I've been trying to get some Walkman. I always have Walkman, CD Walkman that I put on my side to walk with. I need you all, please, to send Walkman to me, please, because I was trying to order them and I'm having trouble. I don't know why I keep saying access denied, and I don't know what that means. But I need some Walkman to walk with. You know, CD Walkman with a case to carry on my side while I walk. Believe me, that's very important to me. And I love you all. Write your testimonies about what you experienced tonight and email them to me. And all of you all should be taking the posts that I send you at least twice a week and copying them and pasting them in every media outlet in large groups from Facebook to Twitter to LinkedIn to Instagram, especially Telegram, and all those places, and get this word out to everybody, and keep doing what your job is, which is to drop your nets and become fishers of men. We are one divine. Okay, wait a minute. I want to take Ovi, the sister, and do a short healing exercise for her and for anybody that needs it. So I need you all to find a comfortable place. Please start your phones. I don't like to keep repeating that. There's no reason to ever keep your line open. All right. Can you turn that candle light on for me? You need to go get comfortable. You should all get comfortable. Lay on your back flat without a pillow under your head. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Follow.
All right. Lay on your back with your feet about 2 feet apart. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. Before you start, can I say something?
Yes.
Hey, everybody that came to language class, I appreciate you.
And I do too.
It's every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. It was a little mix-up. 8 p.m. Central. That's 9 Eastern. On Tuesday.
Y'all get that? Y'all got his message?
Hey, I thank you, brother. Thank you.
Sure. What?
Yeah.
Sure. How do we get that?
Language class is every Tuesday at 8 o'clock on the 267 number. Conference call number. And what time would that be Eastern? What time would that be Eastern Standard Time, huh?
9 o'clock.
That's 9 Eastern Standard, 8 Central.
All right. Okay, good. All right. Let me turn this on today. Well, we're going to do it without the Om tonight. But I need you all to vibrate with me and say, Om Amun, Om Kulum, Om Amun, Om. Now say, repeat. On Om Ah. 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 Now, I want you all to take this exercise with me. I'm going to come to you all just like I reach the stars in the spirit now. And I want you to let me take your hand and pull you up out of your bodies. But I want you to relax. Relax. And as we count down from 10, I want you to drop your body and raise your spirit. Okay. Raise up spirit in the name of Ilionel and drop down body. 10. Raise up spirit in the name of Ilionel. Now drop down body. Raise up spirit in vibration. Raise up over your body. Now drop down body. 7. Raise up spirit. Drop down body. 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 Now imagine a giant magnet over you, pulling out everything impure and all your attachments to the world. Let it draw it out of you. All right? Now, I'm going to take you all out of your body, and you're going to stand across the street from your residence, the home you live in, and you can see over the top of your buildings, there's a laser beam of about as diameter of a telephone pole of pure green light coming from out of the cosmos straight down to the roof of your house, bright and sparkling, warm and pervasive. Now, out of curiosity, we're going to walk across the street into your home and start searching room to room till you can see if that light went through the ceilings or where it is. And when you open the door and see yourself laying down where you are laying down, you're amazed to see that that light is coming right down through your ceiling and your roof and is pouring right into the top of your head. Very powerful and invigorating. It's warm and pervasive. It loves you and you love it. As it flushes down through your head and past your neck and your shoulders, down through your arms and hands, it turns back, moves around through your shoulders, and it meets in your chest. And it keeps flowing through the top of your head like a giant bulwark. It's pushing through your body, collecting all negative particles and energy and everything harmful to your system. And it's pushing down to your chest cavity and down through your abdomen, down through your thighs. It's washing over your knees and your legs. It makes the bottom of your feet tingle as it starts getting ready to hit the soles of your feet. And that light starts flowing out the bottom of your feet. And it's kind of yellow and dingy from all the impurities. But I want you to let that flow and push out of your body, out of the bottom of your feet, until it becomes as pure, green, and sparkling as the light coming into the top of your head. And when it's that pure, then I want you to cross your feet and keep pouring the light into the top of your head. It's going to get stronger and stronger and building up, pulsating, sending warm waves flushing over your body. Again, it's divine love and healing. It loves you and you love it. Now, I'm going to take you all for a walk. We're going to all gather in a special place. We look across the street. In this Crystal City, you can see a beautiful building across the street. It's crystallite. And it has a lot of jewels and lapis lazuli and diamonds and gold. It's breathtaking in its beauty. It's like a palace. And when you look up, it goes up so high, it goes through the clouds and you can't see the top of it. So again, out of curiosity, we walk across the street and we move through the revolving doors into a lobby. It smells wonderful. The incense from heaven are burning. The carpets are so thick that they make your feet tingle as they push down through your toes. And all this sparkling green light in the carpet and the walls and the ceiling, the chandeliers are dazzling in beauty in the sense of the paradise sense. And as we look around, it starts becoming familiar. And you see over in the other room, there's a giant elevator with gold doors. We walk over there, and I push the button. The doors slide open. Ping. Now we all step in. It's room enough for all of us. And when I close the doors, we gently start raising up very slowly. That's really you, your light being, pulling up your spinal column. As we go higher and higher up through the seven heavens, we start gaining speed, past the speed of light. We're going faster and faster. And suddenly, when it seems like there's not going to be a top or end, we flutter to a stop, very gently. And now I push the button and we open the doors. It's a beautiful day outside, but the sun is not as bright as it is on Earth. But again, it's warm and pervasive, and there's a green tint over the atmosphere. There's a winding cobblestone sidewalk in front of us, and we step on them in our bare feet. And every time we step on one of these round, smooth cobblestones, they light up in a different color with a different tone and note. So that as we walk, it plays a beautiful melodic song to all of us. It's on both ends and sides. It has beautiful hedges and flowers like orchids and hummingbirds that dip in and out. And you have beautiful monarch butterflies floating in the air. As we wind along this path, we start seeing this glistening sand, and you can hear the voice of children laughing and playing. And you look to your left, and there's a lot of little boys and girls with their eyes like scattered pearls, and they all looking at you in wonderment, wondering if you really realize where you are and who you are. And as we look forward, there seems to be an infinite sea, what appears to be water, but it's actually the healing light, the ether, the healing essence. And as we walk closer and closer with the sand pushing up through the center of our toes, it feels so warm and delicious, and it makes us remember that we are at home with peace and security reigning on all sides. We start walking ankle deep into this ocean of divine love and healing light. Deeper and deeper, and slowly we go until this, what appears to be water, it covers up our nose, and everybody's trying to hold their breath. And when they can't hold it any longer, you just start breathing and realize that this stuff is easier to breathe than air. And as we walk deeper and deeper, we start hearing the voices of the laughing children fade away, and the sunlight above fading away. As we get deeper and deeper, we walk down the slope of beautiful sand, and you see their petrified logs and stones and seashells, giant seashells. And I ask you all to take a seat, and you all take a seat and get comfortable on whatever place you want to sit. And as we relax and meditate with our eyes open, we can see the plants in the water, the seaweed, whatever you, and the sea tropical flowers flowing back and forward very hypnotically and slowly with the ebb and flow of that ocean. And you can see schools of beautifully colored tropical fish that swim up to you all curiously and then dart away in amazement. But as you start watching the plants flow back and forward hypnotically, you slowly relax and you begin to merge with this healing essence until you don't know where you end or the healing essence begins. You become one with this healing essence. It's infinite sea of divine love and health. Now, you just relax and you give up everything negative to that infinite sea of divine healing and love. And after a while, I stand up and point you all toward the shore. We turn around, and begrudgingly, you all start walking back up the slope until you can see faintly the outline of the sunrise over your head through the breakwater. And as your ears come up, you can hear the laughter of the children again. And you come up until you see the beach. Then you walk on up very slowly up the beach. And the children are now in daze and amazement at the lights and the glow that you have, the sparkling health and the vitality and the energy that's surging through your being. And as we walk up that winding path back into the elevator, I press the button, and down we start dropping very slowly at first, kind of like a leaf fluttering in a park, down to the ground in the fall, very slowly, and then we gain speed. Faster and faster we descend, until some of you, your feet start elevating up off the carpet, and you feel a kind of tickling in the pit of your stomach. And then when we get to the bottom, we gently flutter to a slow and gentle stop. The doors slide open, and we walk out. And as we walk out, we all smell the beautiful scents. And as we go through the revolving doors, I take you all to the left, down to a wooded area, down a path, an old familiar path that you'll remember. And as we wind down through this very sacred place, unfolds a beautiful body of water like a pond. And on it you see these big, beautiful flowers. These are like orchids. And you see, like on Thumbelina, these flowers are so big that all of you are asked to go and choose one. And so you go and get in the center of it and push off into the water. And playfully you let your hands and your feet drag in this green healing essence. As we look up at the sky, you notice that a palace begins to emerge, a golden palace with 7 turrets. And a master steps out, dressed in white. With a big smile, he greets you all and asks you to ascend up to him. It's Amun Rayay. And then when you get up to the top of this edifice, he guides you down. I guide you down the corridor, and the floors and walls and ceilings vibrate with the Om sound, and the green light is pouring all through you. We get to a large door and knock and gain entrance. And there are seats there like thrones arranged in rows for every one of you. And you're amazed to find that there's a crowd of women, children, and men all sitting Indian style in lotus position with their eyes bright, raising their hands and asking you all types of questions. But there's a big window up to the left, stained glass, with the sun coming through it, and the rays are striking you in the temple, delivering all the information of the ages into you so that you can readily answer all the questions. After this session is through, we stand up and leave a very satisfied student body, and we go flutter back down to our lotus blossoms, and then go back to shore. I'll walk you back down the winding path, and one by one, I gently take you by the hand and reinsert you inside of your bodies, and your energy, your spirit body is so radiant and bright, it pours through the pores of your skin, and you can see the outline of the aura around your hands and your fingers. So gently open your eyes and hold the palm of your hand up with the back of the palm facing you, with your fingers spread, and slowly move your hands side to side, very slowly. And you'll see the aura. If you look with your mind's eye, you see the aura around your fingers, the green and blue light around your fingers and your arm. That's your aura, your spirit pouring through your body. And certainly that would heal us of it. But today we have removed from you your veil. Your sight is sharp. Slowly rock your hand back and forward. And as you see this aura around your fingertips and around your hands, realize that your whole body is engulfed in this green healing essence. Slowly move back and forward, and you'll see your spiritual aura like a fuzz around your fingers and hands. You see that fuzz? That's the real you. That's your spiritual body. All right? Now, I'm going to ask you all to open your eyes, and I'd like the first one of you to describe what you experienced on this brief walk with Amun Rayay. Go ahead. We can't hear you.
Okay. As I first started, I could feel my feet tingling, like my blood rushing, and for the first time, I could feel heat as well. And then I could see my aura, like Amun said, light up around my hand and fingers that I do sometimes on my own.
Very good. Very good. Next person. Who else had an experience you'd like to share?
Yeah, I can feel a warm sensation over my whole body.
Okay.
A warm sensation of my whole body. I can feel energy all the way through my body, up and down. And it's like the whole thing of energy. When you said love you can feel it. It can rush. Heat sensation. And I see, when you told me to move my hand, it was like fuzzy. You can see fuzzy.
That's right.
The whole arm. Yeah.
Now I'd like you all to do one more thing. Take your pointing fingers, like when you was a little boy playing pistol, and make the tips of your two long pointing fingers come together. And when they come together, slowly move them apart, and you'll see that thread of green light between your fingers. That's your energy. That's the thread, your etheric cord. Slowly move your fingers back and forward. Let them touch, and then slowly move them apart. You see that light in between your fingertips? Like a thread, that light, that line of light?
Yeah.
That's your spiritual body. That's the real you. And know that whenever you come in contact with a person, when you touch them or shake hands, if you concentrate on a connection, you establish that connection, so that if they get sick or afraid, you can feel it, and you can run down that cord and help them, or they can run down the cord and help you. And it brings us even closer as a family. All right? Go ahead, finish, my son.
Yeah, it just felt energized. My body was just like I'm in trance. I'm in a trance. It feels good, though. Yeah.
I love you. All right.
So
Anybody else?
Yes.
Oh, I was
Go
going
ahead.
to say, I've had this vision before, but when I was a kid, I used to eat food, and I used to imagine that all the food would turn to golden light. So I know I'm a golden child, and I had a I guess you would say a rebirth of that. But it also inspired me to, because I've been sharing this product with my friends and everybody. But Hawaiian 19.5 Ormus. I went to Hawaii like 3 times, right? For some reason, when I was a kid, I always felt called to go over there, like as if I was supposed to have a wife and marry or move over there, or whatever. I was just, I like Hawaii, I like surfing, the whole thing. I might have a bloodline in Hawaii or whatnot, but I had a whole like light body experience where I saw like a golden light, of me, just like when I was sitting down and laying down. But then you said the green thing, and I saw my fingers actually saw green, so I can tell that this session is like.
The conference
It's like voice activated, like you say something, and then something happens when you speak.
Yes, like the stars move. You're right, son. We have one more person, please. We have time for one more person.
Yeah, Rahul back.
Rahul back.
Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Like I was saying, Messiah, when you were saying, like, visualize the green light, I seen the green light.
Ending. Goodbye.
And I felt my whole body tingling, and it was a good feeling.
Well, I'm happy about that, and bless you, son. And the next brother, what was your experience? This will be the last one.
Yeah, this was hard. Amun, while we be doing the classes, sometimes I still be driving, working. So I couldn't do the full experience, but somehow I still feel like I'm vibrating super high. My body be,
well, I love you, son.
Like, so light, and like I don't feel no weight. It's like that thing.
That's right. Because you don't have a body or situation. You only watch it happen from above. This is an illusory world, a three-dimensional hologramic light show. You are a spiritual being having a physical experience. We are Enigma. And I love you all with all my heart. Stay close, support the mission, and propagate it in every large media group. It's your mission. That's your mission, your responsibility, to drop your nets and become fishers of men. We don't have much time. Let's do our jobs and go to work and undertake to do it joyfully. We are all one divine love. Amun Rayay, Nitya Affinity, Amun Rayay as a servant to the 144,000 re-emerging elite few, the divine souls. Peace.